They show you a picture of the end, a finished building, a clear, paved road stretching into a perfect sunset. They make you believe that success is a destination you simply arrive at, a smooth journey from point A to point B. And you start on that journey with a map in your hand, a plan in your head, and a belief that every step will be easier than the last. But then you hit a detour. You find a roadblock. You see the warning signs up ahead. That's when the lie crumbles. That's when you face the unvarnished truth. The road to success is not a finished highway. It is always under construction. It is a messy, unpredictable, and often frustrating process. You will make plans and they will fail. You will set a deadline and you will miss it. You will encounter obstacles you never saw coming. Financial setbacks, personal tragedies, overwhelming moments of self-doubt. You will have days when you feel like you are moving backward, not forward. And in those moments, the temptation to quit will be overwhelming. But the greatest leaders, the most persistent innovators, and the most resilient champions all understood this. They understood that the struggle is not a sign of failure. It is a sign of progress. The road under construction is a sign that something is being built. The detours are a sign that you are being challenged to grow. The roadblocks are a sign that you are moving closer to the goal, not farther away from it. Every single problem you face is a new set of plans you must draw. Every setback is a new skill you must learn. Every doubt is a new tool you must forge. So the question is, not how do I avoid these problems? The question is, how do I solve them? How do I get better? How do I improve? Because here's the beautiful truth. Each obstacle you overcome, each challenge you conquer, each version of you that emerges stronger from the fire, that is the real measure of your success. It is not the destination, but the journey that truly matters. Now, some of you might disagree. Some of you might say, no, the destination is what matters. The finish line is what we're after. And you are right. The destination does matter. The finish line is important. But here's why the journey is equally crucial. It shapes who you are, what you're made of, the character you possess, the grit you display, the resilience you embody, the discipline you maintain. These are not traits you develop on the day of the race. They are traits you develop during it. The hunger in your heart, the fire in your belly, the desire to keep going when everyone else has given up. That's what defines you. That's what separates the contenders from the pretenders. Let me tell you a story about the Olympic 100-meter champion Usain Bolt. He runs like lightning, doesn't he? Imagine if someone told him, you can run faster than anyone else in the world, but only if you reach a certain destination, a magical finish line where the stopwatch stops and the scoreboard lights up. Would that motivate him? Of course. But that finish line is not what drives him. What drives him is the journey, the relentless pursuit of shaving off fractions of seconds from his personal best, the constant need to prove himself against the clock, the challenge of pushing his body to its absolute limit, the joy of feeling the wind beneath his wings as he hurtles down the track. In a world where everyone celebrates the finish line, few understand the importance of the race itself. In a world where everyone craves instant success, few dare to embrace the long haul. Let me tell you another story, this time about J.K. Rowling. She had a dream of writing a fantasy novel about a boy who lived under the stairs and went to a school of magic. But she faced rejection after rejection from publishers until one fateful day when an editor at Bloomsbury finally took a chance on her book. Do you think that editor was solely motivated by the potential success of the series? Of course not. What motivated him was the quality of the manuscript, the magic of the story, the wonder of the characters, the sheer brilliance of Rowling's writing. He saw the potential in the journey, not just the destination. And that's what makes the difference between dreamers and doers, between those who talk about success and those who achieve it. It's not the dream of winning the race or publishing a book that drives them. It's the love of running or writing itself. See, success is not a destination. It's a journey, It's a lifelong pursuit of excellence. It's a commitment to growth and improvement. And that's why the greatest leaders, the most successful innovators, and the most influential change makers, they don't wait for the perfect conditions. They don't seek out a smooth path. They embrace the messiness of life. They dive into the chaos with both feet, and they thrive on it. They welcome the challenges, the obstacles, the setbacks, because they know that these are the moments that test their mettle, that refine their skills, that forge their character. They know that these are the moments that make them who they are, that turn the ordinary into the extraordinary. Now let me share with you a story about Colonel Harlan Sanders, the founder of Kentucky Fried Chicken. He didn't become famous for being a great businessman overnight. He was actually 64 years old when he opened his first restaurant. Can you imagine that? And even then, it wasn't easy. He faced countless rejections and failures. His secret recipe was stolen. He had to go to court. He suffered a heart attack and was told to cut back on salt. But did he quit? No. He kept going. He kept refining his recipe. He kept improving his service. He kept expanding his business. And guess what? Today, KFC is a billion-dollar company serving millions of customers worldwide. Colonel Sanders didn't make it to the top because he avoided challenges. He made it to the top because he embraced them. He saw every obstacle as an opportunity to grow, every setback as a chance to learn, every rejection as a stepping stone to success. There's a saying that goes, if you seek happiness, seek it not in the absence of suffering, but in the strength of your character. Same thing applies to success. If you seek success, seek it not in the absence of challenges, but in the strength of your journey. You see, life is not a highway. Life is a dirt road. Sometimes it's a bumpy ride, but that's where the adventure is. That's where the excitement lies. And if you want to live a successful life, you must be willing to take the road less traveled, to go where no one has gone before, to do what no one has done before. You must be willing to blaze your own trail, to carve your own destiny, to create your own masterpiece. I know it's hard. I know there are times when you feel like giving up. I know there are moments when you doubt yourself. But I want you to remember this. The road to success is not a straight line. It's a winding path. It's a maze. It's a labyrinth. It's a mystery. You don't know where you're going. You don't know what's around the corner. You don't know what challenges await you. But that's what makes it so thrilling. That's what makes it so addictive. When you embrace the mess, when you dance with the chaos, when you flirt with the unknown, that's when you truly come alive. That's when you discover your passion, your purpose, your potential. That's when you stop living on autopilot and you start living on your own terms. That's when you stop being a passenger on someone else's journey and you become the driver of your own adventure. So my friends, stop waiting for the perfect path. Stop looking for a smooth ride. The challenges you face are not a punishment. They are your purpose. They are the friction that is sharpening your character, the resistance that is building your resilience. They are the fuel that is powering your growth, the fertilizer that is nurturing your potential. Embrace the mess. Embrace the detours. Embrace the fact that your path to greatness will never be finished because you will always be a work in progress. And now I want to hear from you. What challenges have you faced on your journey? What obstacles have you overcome? What lessons have you learned? Share your story in the comments below because you never know who you might inspire.